Hello, Transformer TCG fans. This is going to be super quick, because I maybe have about 5-6 minutes here. But I want to show you, go over a few things and at least show you what I'm doing. One is the fix on Soundwave. Crap, where'd he go? Soundwave. Here he is. And it says bot mode. Everybody else is pretty much the same. And I'm glad I changed the cassettes from 6 stars to 5 stars, because most of our mini cassettes that Wizards of the Coast did do are mostly 5-star characters. So now their health is a little different. I think they have 1 more health or 1 less health. I think they have a little more health than the health I gave these 3 guys. If I remember. But Soundwave Communications Leader bot mode. When you flip to this mode and a green action is played for turn, you may deploy a Battle Master mini cassette from under this in bot mode. Well, from under this, because he's already in bot mode. We don't need that. So you may still see that. These Leader Specialist Communications. So that's updated Soundwave. In the meantime, oh shucks. I want to at least show you. Okay, 2 characters out of my combiner teams that I started like last August of 2020. They're looking better. I'm not going to go over them. I've already gone over them and released them, so to speak. If you've tried printing them out or whatever, now they look a whole lot better. If you waited and you didn't like exactly what I had with characters on a white background or whatever, here's First Aid. At least his alt mode. I'm only showing 1 Protectobot and 1 Combaticon. We have First Aid in his alt mode, which looks very clean. Not quite as sketchy, but very cartoony, and I like that. That's First Aid. And then we also have, I'm going to show First Aid and Swindle. Swindle's alt mode. He's a Combaticon, a truck, and melee. Even though he's an army jeep, he's not really a car, but he's not really a truck. So, but a lot. I think in my Swindle is 2 factions. So, which I like that, half mercenary, half Decepticon. And I've gone over these guys before, but it's been a while. I'm just going to sort of show off here just 1 character from my Undisclosed Chapter, or Chapter U, the Earth side. And let's look at, who did I just do recently? Let's just look up Powerline. This is Powerline. Since he's mostly a white and green character, that he just has some shadowing. I didn't do a whole lot of highlights on there. So he looked terrible. He was the worst looking character of all of them, and it was just very sketchy. Yeah, his hands aren't the same color as his like metal of him. But I think it's okay. I just did it a different color. So very little highlights, just a little bit of shadowing, put him in a real setting. And that's where I had how I had him before. I don't have his stats and abilities in there yet or anything like that. And the other one is, I guess I'm going to be recoloring my Spedabots, because once I went back and looked at them, I'm like, yuck, these don't look so good. So here's Speard's alt mode, spaceship and melee, in his stuff. He's a 5-star spaceship. Remember, my Spedabots are all spaceships, and they're a combiner. So I got a lot more detail on his rocket in the back. That looks really cool. I was able to do that nice and blown up. Basically, when I color these in, I'm basically redrawing them over on. I'm looking at my image, and I'm basically redrawing it and coloring it in, and it doesn't look half bad. It actually looks a little better not on this card. But I hate that. maybe I should have moved him up to where he's actually pointing up instead of pointing down, but I think it's fine. And I added the cockpit in there, and I'm really gotten used to some tricks with being able to make stuff to where you can kind of see through it, and some highlights. And I added that little black stuff on there just so like space dust or something, because he's space worthy. With a little bit of highlight and some, I wouldn't call it really shadowy, but he's supposed to look kind of dirty. And that's speared, and he's on the space background. Let's see here. Up next, I'm just going to show the bot mode of Clamort. I'm going to call him finished. He looks real clean. Maybe I should have made him look a little dirtier and maybe a little more shadows. Shadowing. He does have some shadowing on him, actually, which would actually be backwards compared to where that lightning is. But oh well. But you know that you can see the city in the background going one direction. He's going leaning the other direction, and the lightning's behind him. The original picture, I had him actually leaning a little further up, so I actually straightened it. He's actually a little straighter than they originally had him. Or am I thinking of his alt mode? I'm thinking of it the alt mode, which I'm only showing his bot mode. And I really like how these guys are turning out. With the new artwork on the backgrounds, filling out the card, they're looking pretty good. With that, I'm out of time. We'll see you next time. Just wanted to show you some stuff that I've been working on. Just have a little bit of eye candy. More stuff coming. More stuff coming. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, Autobots, transform and let's roll for it.